That was just the zoo block.
Yeah, right.
The weather's kind of a zoo right now, too. It's wild out there.
Yeah, wild. And I'm going wild with this weather and more wild weather to come. Now we're relatively calm this morning. Things will get wilder as we head throughout later today into tomorrow. Some showers and snow showers in the northern tier. Even some lightning strikes near Ignacio, Dulce, and Chama this morning, indicative of the very unstable air mass. Some relatively warm air at the surface, although it's a bit cool, of course, in the mountains, but much colder air aloft with snow in the San Juan Mountains and a chilly rain near Durango this morning, and more light snow showers in the Sangre de Cristo Mountains, and more showers exiting Tucumcari, the Northeast Highlands, into places like Oklahoma and the panhandle of Texas this morning, and more showers and even some lightning strikes near Jow, exiting Carlsbad and moving to Lee County and near Clovis this morning. Roswell, Ruidoso, rain-free for now, but heavier rain potentially ahead. Plenty of clouds right now across much of our viewing area, but more clouds of precipitation to the north and west that will swing on through with inclement weather eventually ahead. Out in front of the storm system, we're on the relatively warm sector right now. We're sitting at 39 in Alamosa, 44 in Las Vegas, 51 Santa Fe, 56 in Albuquerque. We're sitting at 63 in Alamogordo. So these temperatures generally still above normal, but things will change. Stronger winds already from Santa Rosa to Tucumcari. Winds gusting between 15 to 30 miles per hour. A bit gusty in Albuquerque this morning from time to time near 25 miles per hour. But as this curvature with the low pressure starts to approach Arizona into the Four Corners later today, out in front of it, we're going to be seeing strong gusts of winds from the reserve all the way to Santa Fe. Winds may gust between 30 to 55 miles per hour from the north to south valleys of Albuquerque. Later today, winds from the south-southwest sustained from 30 to 40 miles per hour, gusting between 40 to 55 miles per hour. A wind advisory in effect, blowing dust and the elevated fire risks as a possibility before any rain does fall. Here's a live look at Albuquerque and the Sandias. We can see the top of the Sandias and also some clouds out there, but no rain as of now. We have a good view of the Duke City downtown buildings, and air temperature now 56 degrees, a southwesterly wind, lighter compared to the last hour at 7 miles per hour, approaching 6:15 on this Friday morning, 67% relative humidity. We have winter weather alerts to your north and west of Albuquerque from the northern parts of the Sangre de Cristo Mountains to the San Juan Mountains, the Carson National Forest. Snow levels as low as 9,000 feet with the winter storm warning in effect now through noon on Sunday. Feet of snow, 1 to 3 feet of snow with strong gusty winds, especially in the northern suburbs of Durango. And a winter weather advisory for the San Luis Valley, a few inches of snow and strong winds, and to our friends in northeastern Arizona, some snow as well. So a wintry scene, and it's a wintry scene this morning right now in Wolf Creek, Colorado. 30 mile per hour wind gusts, an air temperature of 28 degrees, and the ski lifts lights highlighting some of the snow on the ground, of course, some of the snow trickling down, and much more to come. Temperatures in the mountains struggling to reach the 40s, 50s, and 60s. 60s Santa Fe, 70s in Albuquerque, and even some 80s near Alamogordo to Deming. And pretty mild air with humid air out east may produce some severe thunderstorms. Even storms here in Albuquerque potentially later today with strong winds, especially before then as a front will come through. 74 in the afternoon, but dropping ahead as storms will approach the Four Corners and move eastward after dinner time in Albuquerque, the Sandias. Heavier snow in the mountains and more storms approaching the northeastern highlands overnight to tomorrow morning. And then much more in the way of widespread thunderstorms, even the potential of a couple tornadoes tomorrow from the northeast highlands to the Pecos River Valley, and even some mountain snow in the west Mesa and potentially some wet mountain snow in the Sandias. In the valley locations of the northern mountains, including Mora, a flood watch in effect later today into tomorrow night with locally heavier rainfall, something we'll have to watch out for. Not only the heavy rainfall, but the potential in eastern and central New Mexico of a few tornadoes and small hail, as I mentioned, and strong winds for much of our viewing area. Cold and snow, though, for the western and northern mountain chain. Precipitation amounts in inches in the northeastern highlands from Santa Rosa to Clayton, less than an inch likely in places like Albuquerque, and at least a couple inches of precipitation in the northwestern areas, equivalent to feet of snow. Even in the Sangre de Cristo Mountains, several inches of snow, and even some light accumulations in the southwestern mountains. So a very stormy pattern with the strongest storm system of the season coming on in. Again, later today, strong upper level winds trickling down to the surface. Widespread precipitation today with the cold front coming on through, producing even more widespread precipitation overnight into tomorrow and even early Sunday. So Durango, 50s today, 40s and 50s for high temperatures this weekend. Lows eventually maybe below freezing. Pagosa Springs, highs in the 50s. And again, near Alamosa to your north and west, in the mountains, a winter storm warning is in effect. From Dulce, Cuba to Gallup, temperatures will drop. Heavy thunderstorms, potentially, and strong winds, elevating the fire threat, especially to the south near Alamogordo and Las Cruces. Camado, 60s today. Cooler as we head into the weekend, but drier next week for every location pretty much. Clovis to Cloudcroft, ranging from really the 50s to near the 80-degree mark there, and Carlsbad from Clayton to Santa Rosa, generally in the high 50s and 60s and low 70s. More, you guys are again under that flash flood watch. From Red River to Santa Fe, ranging from the high 40s to Espanola in the low 70s. Some mountain snow. And more of that to come. Moriarty to Harris to Sandia Park. Temperatures in the high 50s, 60s, and low 70s. In the high 60s, lower 70s from the north to south valley of Albuquerque. Now our average high for this time of year is 70. A bit above that today. Cooler tomorrow. But Mother Nature will cooperate by next week. So stay tuned with us. Again, we are your local weather authority, local news that you can trust, because things are going to be ramping up.
It's popping, yeah.
All right. Thanks,
Ryan.
Ryan.